Hey, good morning, guys and gals. This is Chandler on my way to the offices of Classic Care Services, and wanted to express my opinion, and hopefully a professional opinion, but it's still my opinion, and there'll be some truths in it, but mostly opinion. And as always on this channel, it's not rehearsed, so I'm just doing it as I think of it, what comes to my mind. So I got a few minutes before I get to my office, maybe about 10 minutes, and to see if I can express my thoughts within that time frame. Important to be able to express your thoughts in a short period of time frame so you can communicate properly. But that's another subject. But I was on our Facebook group, Cleaners Connect. It's a closed group for any cleaners of all types, people that are related in the cleaning industry. If you want to join, it's a good group of professionals that we try to keep the group as positive as possible and as informative as possible, and some entertainment as well. But we have a lot of good people on there. They're sharing jobs that they do, sharing their marketing, giving advice, have some debates. So it's a good group to be a part of. And that goes into my subject of why you should listen to your fellow professionals. One thing that I see that's common amongst my professional colleagues is that they will share, they will share what they're doing, but don't necessarily want any constructive criticism. You know, you share in a group amongst your peers and you don't want constructive criticism, or you don't handle it very well. That has everything to do with you. You know, in order to achieve high levels in your personal life, in your business life, in your relationships, you got to be able to deal with constructive criticism. Not only deal with it, but if you can somehow move towards being able to accept constructive criticism and maybe apply it in your life, it actually make you better. And I'm an example of that. My wife said I don't accept constructive criticism very well, so it's something that I'm always working on. Sometimes I confess it as well. I believe in my ability to get things done in a positive, productive manner. I believe in my ability to accept constructive criticism. So that's important. But the reason why you should listen to your professionals, to your fellow professionals, is because they live in different worlds. They have different experiences. They have different skill sets. They're dealing with different customers. They're dealing with different suppliers. They're dealing with different bankers and wives and families and children. So their experience is unique to them and not to you. Your experience is not the entire world. It's just a little small world that you live in. So when someone shares with you, and I mean in a positive light, I'm not talking about calling you a name and degrading you as a human being, but I'm talking about just saying, hey, you know, check out this way, or check out this equipment, or you know, so on and so forth. That can be very, very valuable. And we'll put videos up on Cleaners Connect on YouTube, and we want people to listen to us. We want to share with others, but at the same time, we'll tell other cleaners, well, it doesn't matter what they think of their opinion, as long as your customer's happy. I mean, me personally, I think being a leader, I'm not saying I'm a leader, I said if you're being a leader and you're sharing information and you're helping others, that's a ridiculous statement. I just say I think that's a ridiculous statement to say, oh, only thing that matters is what my customer thinks. I mean, what does your customer know about your profession except what we tell them about our profession? I mean, our industry is a service industry, so it's result driven. So customers want the results. Now, they may have experiences over time of hiring different contractors and seeing different results, or understand, or some customers are educated Some more educated than some cleaners. But your customers do not drive the education, the skill set of our industry. They do not drive the inventions of equipment. We do that. Our fellow colleagues, our fellow professionals, there's a need in the industry. Someone comes up with an idea to fill that need. That's how all this equipment got established. So to say that your customer understands, or your customer, as long as your customer is happy, is really a low-level thinking and low-educated thinking. To be honest with you, it means that you run out. You have nothing else to say but to defend your ego. That's exactly what you're saying. Well, I got nothing else to say. I make more money than you. Or I got nothing to say. I look better than you. Or I got nothing to say. I'm in better shape than you. Or at least I'm not this. At least I'm not that. So those are responses of someone who has run out of responses. To ridicule, to demean. So don't be like that. Be a professional. Expand your thinking. And one subject on our Facebook page is talking about vacuum cleaners. Well, overall, we know that vacuuming removes 79% of the dry particulate soil out of a fabric, particularly carpet. There's a lot of carpet cleaners on there, particularly carpet. So it's very important. So if you go and clean the carpet and you don't vacuum, you're leaving a lot of dry soil, wet soil now, if you wet clean it, or even if you low moisture clean it, you're leaving a lot of damp soil in the carpet. Now, no matter what the face fibers look like, no matter if your customer is happy, that's not the point. The point is, if you're a professional, you understand what you're doing and why you're doing it. You understand that, look, I can provide a service for you that's going to be a good quality service for longevity, for years to come. It's going to maintain your fabric. It's going to get more life out of your fabric. You're going to be happier over a long period of time, and you're going to be able to take care of your investment. And I'm here as a tool to help you do that. That's a true professional. So if you go into a home with a non-commercial grade vacuum cleaner, for example, and you show that, and then your professional peers say, hey, that's great that you're vacuuming, but the vacuum cleaner that you're using is not very efficient. Why do you have to get so offended by that? I mean, that's not an opinion. Some vacuum cleaners are more efficient than others. Some are commercial grade, some are retail grade. Meaning the commercial grade can ride in your truck, it can take bumps, it can fall off your truck. It's gonna last a long time. I got vacuum cleaners I've owned for over a decade that are still running strong because they're a commercial vacuum cleaner. I've yet to have a retail vacuum cleaner that can stay on my truck or that can stay in the shop, take bangs, drop it, and it lasts. If you have to replace your vacuum cleaner 2 or 3 times, then it's not a commercial vacuum cleaner. Now, if that's what you choose to use, that is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. You know why? Because of the thinking and the education in carpet cleaning, a lot of times with the average cleaner, it's so low that we just accept, okay, at least you're vacuuming. You know what I'm saying? We're not saying nothing so enlightening by saying, well, at least you're vacuuming. Actually, that is very embarrassing and it's very low-level thinking that, well, at least you're vacuuming. No, as a professional, you need to be vacuuming as efficient as possible. If you're putting out toxins and allergens back into the atmosphere of someone's home, they might not even notice it. But you as a professional, you bring that to them and show them, say, look, and then they'll realize that, wow, I got a true professional that is concerned about my indoor air quality. So that's what we're responsible for. Customers are not responsible for educating us. They're not responsible for stroking our ego. I know I do a professional job because I've been trained to do a professional job, not because a customer tells me that. That's just extra. That's just bonus. That's just a compliment. So we're supposed to be educated in our skill set by experience, by listening to other professionals, by taking classes, by doing classes, hands-on, and all that stuff comes together to educate us. So, guys, when you're on these professional forums, you know, this is not saying ridicule, but listen to your fellow professionals. Don't say, well, at least my customer's happy. Your customer has nothing to do with these closed groups. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. And what do they know? The difference. We discuss different equipment. What does your customer know about equipment? That is result driven. They just want the result. They want you to solve the problem. And so when you come in the house, whatever you come in the house with, you can come in the house with a brush and a broom. And they're probably going to let you do it because they're hoping that you can solve the problem. But is that the most efficient way for carpets today? Or for floors today? Or for upholstery today? No, it's not. And that's your job to know that. Not the customer's job. They may say, oh, you did a wonderful job. That don't mean that you did it right. For years and years and years before I learned and grew in how to do handmade rugs, hand knotted rugs, tufted rugs. You know, you just extract it, but not realizing that you're leaving all of that soil deep embedded in the back of the fiber, where that wears it out. Now, does the customer know that? Maybe the face fibers look fine, and you walk away from the job, but you're doing damage to that fabric over a long period of time. That's the difference between a professional and a hack. And a non-professional. That's what we call them hacks in the groups, but the non-professional. So don't hack your work. If you are hacking it and your professional colleagues tell you that, don't get upset. Don't say, well, at least my customer was happy. Listen to it. Maybe you can improve. Or maybe you don't want to improve. But don't use the excuse that, well, at least my customer is happy. So don't be a douchebag. Be a professional, and you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day. And this is a Friday for me, and I just got to the office, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. And thanks for listening, guys.